alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, and guys, can't wait to get this one started. Auburn will kick it off to get things started. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. So USF's offense will take the first swing of the game. And this guy is a big-time star. Just an electricity follows him onto the field.
He's a workhorse too, Reese. This is a definition of a bell cow running back. He can carry the load for his offense and put his football team on his back.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to the ground game on the left. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and hand him the ball.
And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. The Bulls will try to pin them back with the punt. A quick 3 and out, and they're already giving up the ball. That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40. The Tigers offense will take the field for the first time. And a big key as this game unfolds is just how aggressive will he be throwing the football at a lockdown corner like that.
Yeah, and when you're an elite quarterback, you think you can do whatever you want to do, and you think you can make the right decisions. I'm interested to see how much he'll test that cornerback on the other side.
You know, there's a saying, there's no defense for a perfect pass, but he's got to be extra careful and sharp when he's throwing that guy's way.
They'll run the option. Quick toss. Still on his feet at the 45. And a big play there on the option. The pitch was executed perfectly.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it'll be hard to stop.
Quickly complete. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Quarterback on the keeper.
How great is it to be an offensive coordinator having a quarterback like this? Because he can go and generate 1st downs with throwing the ball and running the ball. It seems like there's nothing this kid can't do.
Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Ball in the air, intercepted. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Here comes the option. Now the pitch. Crosses the 30. At the 45 on its way. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
This guy is really unique. Top 5 in the country running the football right now, and I love the way this offense gets him involved. They're able to move him around a little bit. They change up the schemes, but the big key every week, get him the ball, let him go to work.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the defense.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. Brown wants to pass. Pocket starts to collapse. He looks that one in nicely. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
And the Bulls trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They are really clicking along 1st and goal on just the 4th play of the drive. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Bulls. Lining up for the PAT. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. After picking up this first down on the ground, let's see what they do. Looking to move it through the air. Caught over the middle. It's Haynes. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play in there inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. Auburn lines up quickly. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's looking to throw. Makes the catch. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be first and goal from the 1.
When you play zone coverage, you got a wide receiver that's a beast. It becomes very, very difficult. I got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers. He'll try to tack on one more.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of me, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and they just spread me out and make me defend so many things. And you can tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
On the run, still looking. Going to try to get it himself. And he's running in the open. And he's finally down, sliding in safely after the huge pickup.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing them. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers.
And he's going to score. Touchdown, South Florida. Getting set for the point after. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he...
Oh, he gets downfield for the big catch. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. They move the tight end all over. To the end, first down. Throws to the wideout. Got his man. He's run out of bounds, but not 4, turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. He's looking to throw it. Caught in the backfield. It's Haynes. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. They'll leave it with him. Wrestled down at the 26. It's a gain of 4. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. It's caught. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
Really nice job there at the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on 3rd down, setting up 1st and goal.
Gets it out quickly. Touchdown, Tigers. Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land.
Well, I love the decision-making by the quarterback, going to his go-to receiver in that situation of the game. But defense, come on. You got to know that's the guy the QB's looking for.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. Back and forth we go on these last couple of drives, David. Everybody moving the ball.
Man, these offenses are in a rhythm. Everything they're doing right now is working. A lot of scoring. This puts a lot more pressure on your offense, Palmer, when you walk on the field.
And at this point, too, David, which defense can break serve, right? Who can get a stop? That's what it feels like is going to be the determining factor in this game.
Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Catch in the middle, it's Staley. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. The Bulls will snap it on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Pulls it in. It's Livingston. And the big fella couldn't elude the quarterback who makes a sure tackle.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for a quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. For jet sweep pass. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down.
Yeah, way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that 1st down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Last couple of plays, the offense seems to be just one step ahead, David.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to do something to disrupt the timing, the rhythm. I got to do something that they're not expecting, because right now they got the run and they got the pass working. So this defense, they're going to have to find something new to kind of confuse this offense.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. The give to the tailback. They get him on the ground. He picked up about 4 yards, and the ball spotted at the 10. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can't pick up the 1st without scoring. Using his legs to buy some time. Under heat, he gets rid of it. Had nowhere to go with that one. Had to just throw it away. A wise decision to keep the field goal in play. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And they've regained the lead. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. And And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Puts him in the spinner and moves on. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Power football with the run.
Yeah, a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. Auburn to the line in a hurry.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. He's looking to throw. Using the quick game. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Going up top on first down. They're setting up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. Got it in the middle. It's Coleman. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. Auburn hopes to get War Eagle flying in this red zone trip. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab. Oh, and he thought he had a chance to house him, and the defense tackles him at the 3. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. They'll go back to the ground. Touchdown, Auburn! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And that is exactly what you want in your offense, man. Late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution in the drive by that offense.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Turns it on in midfield. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Brown will throw it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
That's how you blow up the screen pass if you're on defense. You got to hit the quarterback fast to force the incompletion.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Pressure coming. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. And the Bulls will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Out of the gun, the running back has it. At the 35, he's loose. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. So it's first down, but with just a few seconds, they'll try to put up a 3 before halftime. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. After the miss, the lead is still 4. One more snap coming before halftime. He'll come out throwing on first down. Buys a little time with his feet. From the comfort of the pocket, he fires it to the right. Fires into a world of traffic, and it's picked off. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work in Auburn, Alabama so far, and welcome into the halftime report. And if you thought that was a quick first half, you'd be right on the money. An offensive showcase, yes, but it's been those dynamic running backs who have set the pace. I'm curious to find out if this ground and pound approach is going to continue into the second half, or if one of those defenses will actually show some pride.
Looks as if we're set to crank it up here in the second half. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Makes a catch and knocked down. Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out fast. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. Back to the air one more time. Looking down the middle. It's complete. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. Auburn lines up quickly.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play. And you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Across the 25, he's got room. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Auburn! What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot, man. He makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
He'll toss it. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. He wants to throw. Moves around to clear up the vision. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
He's racked up 92 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. Third down, and this crowd is tearing the lid off this place. Brown wants to pass. He's got it down the middle. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Going to the ground. Pushes and picks his way ahead for 6 yards. He's down at the 8.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Touchdown, USF! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. I mean, sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
25.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out. You need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
He's got it. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage total. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Handoff from the gun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, this guy's been eating them alive all game long. Finally, though, David, you wonder if the defense has been able to make some adjustments, find something positive to help slow this guy down.
Hey, baby steps, right? That's a tackle for a loss. I know he's got over 100 on the game, but this defense is definitely going to have to be more aggressive, commit more guys to stopping that bad man.
Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Unloads to the wideout. Fires into traffic, intercepted. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37.
Timing has to be so good. When you're throwing at his own defense over the middle of the field, the ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late. As a result, it's an INT.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And it wasn't lack of effort by the running back. He was trying. You could tell he fought one guy off, but another guy in his face right away, just trying to do something. The offensive line needs to do a better job keeping some guys off this guy. Come on, man. Take care of your running back.
Well, the defense may have been caught off guard a little bit on that play. It was 2nd and long. They weren't expecting the run. So now we've got 3rd and manageable, and they've got to be wondering to themselves, this offense is going to try to run the ball again here.
And the quarterback is snowed under.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action.
I don't know if this is the time for this inside its own 40. Fires to the right. Picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2. His quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage stuff. Don't always try to go for the big play.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by the defense shutting down all the options. Making sure it wasn't easy to read. Nice job going to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Auburn has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. When you're dealing with this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. He's looking to throw. Got it set up on the outside. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be fourth down.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
So here we are on fourth. Dialed up it's a fake, and the kicker's going to throw it. Coming after it. And I guess they thought they'd find the field goal block team napping. They were wide awake, and they come up with the stop. Boy, you look smart when it works out, but when it goes awry, you are left to second-guess yourself. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls' offense will return to the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you've got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Open space at the 25. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
And, David, how demoralizing does it have to be for a defense when you know they're going to run it, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to run it, and still you cannot stop it?
There's nothing more demoralizing as a defensive lineman because it ticks you off. It gets in your head. You know that guy's going to come off and smack you, and you got to do something about it. I think the defense, maybe time to start committing more guys to stopping that run, not worrying about the pass as much.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
Floating away. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
Just don't feel like the quarterback's in a rhythm so far. He's had accuracy issues. That last throw was underthrown, but we've seen bad decisions. Trying to force the football in places it just shouldn't go, and that's why he's already thrown multiple interceptions.
And he throws another interception, his third one of the night. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. The offense lining up for a first down play. Looking to move it through the air. Quick strike complete. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. They'll line up for a second down play. Grab near the marker is Coleman. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. looking to throw it. Wide open downfield. Running toward the tape. Touchdown, Tigers. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And the defense lets the big tight end get behind him, and you can see it. When he saw his tight end streaking down the field, he knew he had to throw it up in the air, let him go make a play. He does it. Big play for this offense.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the...
Man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. Smashes through the tackle.